Hello, my audience. I'm doing a review on the first three phases of the MCU, known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Marvel Studios, or 616. I'm doing a review on the first three phases. Most of the phases movies are pretty mediocre. Most of the majority of them are pretty 6 out of 10. There's some gems in there, but they're 8 out of 10 at most. 2 points above average. And the mediocre ones I'm going to list off, and the gem ones I'll list off second, because there's a lot more mediocre ones than raw gems. Unfortunately, by Marvel Studios. Yikes, there's a lot of stinkers. As in mediocre garbage. Okay? First thing I'm going to list off is all three of the Iron Man movies are mediocre, 6 out of 10s. And Captain Marvel's a 6 out of 10 as well. Starring Brie Larson. And Infinity War and Endgame, Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War are also 6 out of 10s. And so I give the first two Avengers movies a 6 out of 10 as well. And I give the first two Ant-Man movies from the first three phases of Marvel's, titled Ant-Man and Ant-Man the Wasp. That's the sequel, titled Ant-Man the Wasp, that dices in more comedy. I give the Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel to Ant-Man, the first sequel, a 6 out of 10. And I give the first Ant-Man a 6 out of 10. And I give Captain America Civil War a 6 out of 10. And Captain America the Winter Soldier a 6 out of 10. I'm going to talk about all the stuff I liked about them, the pros and cons, and when I go through all of the lists. After that, I will list them off. Okay, and Thor the Dark World and Thor 3, also known as Ragnarok, also known as Thor the Reboot, for the MCU's Thor, where they made him a doofus and a lunatic, and delusional. No shit, I kid you not, it's played for laughs. In Ragnarok, from here on out, that's how the character's played. And that works its way into Infinity War and Endgame. It gets more ridiculous in Endgame because he's fat. There's a bunch of fat. And there's a bunch of stupid fat jokes because he has to be a fat comedic relief character. Thor, the God of Thunder, this is humiliating to be a fan of Thor. Marvel's Thor, and get this in return. Just like as a human being a fan of Spider-Man and Hulk, and get what the shit Marvel puts out with Mark Ruffalo since day one and Tom Holland since day one. Mediocre garbage. Disappointing letdowns. None of them are bad. They're just letdowns because they're just not great. So many of them were let down as comic book fans of these characters. They were really let me down, the stories, because I wanted more action, besides more drama, and stories to be longer, and not just like advertisements to building up to the Avengers installments, that's what they felt like, the standalone stories. Too much of often. They just didn't feel like they worked as movies, as their own standalone movies, the standalone films, majority of them. So that's why majority of them have to be a 6 out of 10 for me. All of them. With the exception of the first Captain America movie and the Edward Norton's Hulk movie, and the exception of first Thor movie from 2011. Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme, the 2016 Doctor Strange movie released and also the Guardians Volume 1 and 2. Those are 6 out of 10s, all 3 of the ones I listed off. Was in the MCU canon. I'm giving. The ones I list off out loud. And the ones that I give an exception rule, I give the ones that are exceptions, that are special to me. I give Incredible Hulk 2008 a 8 out of 10 and Captain America a 8 out of 10 and Thor a 8 out of 10. Because while I did enjoy these movies, I felt like they kind of felt cut short lengthwise. And I felt like it was like a little heavy, light on. It could have been more longer. Was to go on, plus they could have like fleshed out the characters better and make the movie longer. Which is why I thought these movies felt short. But sweet. The 3 Avengers movies installments I listed off: Incredible Hulk, Captain America: The First Avengers, and Thor 2011 came out. Thor 2 is a 6 out of 10 for me. That's the Dark World. Title as, you know, that's the Dark World's title. Thor the Dark World. Black Panther is a 6 out of 10 for me. I knew I was forgetting one of them. And so what I thought about the 6 out of 10 ones I listed off, all of the ones I in my head from the first 3 phases of Marvel. Oh, also Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home is a 6 out of 10. The one was Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Okay, basically all of the ones that are 6 out of 10, with the exception of Captain America: First Avenger, 2008's Incredible Hulk, and 2011 Thor. 2011 Thor and Incredible Hulk and Captain America: First Avengers are the only ones that are above 6 out of 10. That will give it 8 out of 10. Because a 6 out of 10 rotted my fucking brain. What's this nonsense writing? All of them rotted my brain. The thought of M. Night Shyamalan making an action movie, writing one, doesn't sound so absurd now. And having it be a success. After is what I think of these movies. in a nutshell. My feelings towards them. In a whole statement, you know? Holy shit, it's 10 minutes into a video. What do I like about the 6 out of 10 ones? I don't, you know, there's action, shot actions, things, that's about it. Costumes, designs I like. Best, not really. Didn't care for. Best story, or the CGI, or the characters, or anything. So, I thought these movies were pretty mediocre. Majority of them. The 6 out of 10. So this is forgettable mess. I'm not going to recommend this to any of them, my audience. And, these movies make me feel more suicidal than someone pointing a gun to my head. And and the thought of someone pointing my gun to a head and shooting me in the head is somehow less a depressing thought than these movies that got made money off of with the Marvel brand. That's what I think. Those who want to hang me for speaking my opinion, I don't know why you would want to hang somebody, but I hear the comment section get me cruel sometimes. Because I forgot what I was going to say about my review of why I brought that up. Because I feel like I want to do an autopsy on each Avengers after watching these movies. Members. I want to do an autopsy on their brain and lobotomize each Avengers cast from the first 3 phases of MCU. I want to be the surgeon that operates the table of their brain removing process. Just part of it. I want to partly lobotomize them. They won't die, they'll just won't think anymore. And in return, maybe they won't make more of these movies that have given me superhero fatigue. Thanks, Marvel Studios. You ruined my childhood. Because for my entire childhood, everyone in Lighthouse School that I went to, was a private school I went to, said I was a psychotic, hating, nagging asshole that was just being negative. And an idiot. And didn't know what he was talking about. But, why would I bring this up? Oh yeah, the point is, this gave me superhero fatigue, these Marvel brand from their sacred timeline. Thanks for this fatigue of superhero fatigue in general. Give it to me, you assholes, for supporting these movies. Fuck you. You jerks, internet critics, internet asshole critics on the internet loving these fucking movies. Fuck you. All of you. You suck. You internet critics that love these movies. You're fucking hacks, jokes, and morons. There's too many people on the internet that are movie critics that like these movies. That think they're great, more than mediocre. Too many of them. But most of them, all the critics that have come, so many critics I find seem to think Marvel movies are better than the Zack Snyder DC movies, but I'm not really sure if that's true at all. Because I think Marvel gave me the fatigue, and Snyder kind of snapped me out of... Marvel gave me the fatigue since 2012 Avengers movie happened, and beyond that, I have had fatigue from them. And I honestly think the Snyder Universe with DC was more of a treat for me than whatever Marvel was pulling out of their asses and winging it and making money with each installment. Those assholes suck. They gave them fucking money and liked their shit on the internet. Fuck all of them. Stupid Marvel critics, fanboys, assholes. That's my review on the first 3 phases of the MCU Marvel Studios Earth 616. Started with Iron Man and all of it ended with Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home. The epilogue to Endgame. Access. Also a joke. Epilogue. I love the joke how Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You" it opens up with as a joke to the dead Avengers that died in Endgame. I thought it was funny. Shit. I got it. It was a joke, right? A joke that the Avengers Endgame was a pointless, mediocre fucking mess and was pointless and was never an end result to an endgame of a final installment to the movie because nothing matters. This is going to make this shit and run into the ground. There's nobody coming to the thing to watch this shit. While they're shitting in the woods making movies like a lumberjack shitting in the woods. What the fuck is wrong with you and asshole critics on the internet that love these shitty movies since day one all the time? I'm generally losing my mind. I think it'd be funny if I went to get an axe and went on a killing spree, swinging everyone's head off of the cast of the Avengers. All the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages can get their heads beheaded by me, because I feel like I would think it would be funny to see them get murdered. In a horror movie, maybe, but, or for real, I don't know, but I would probably laugh either way. Great news. So, I guess the headline, someone has murdered the cast of the Avengers because they wouldn't stop making movies. I would probably that asshole the first to do it. I can see the headline now on the news. Oh, it's funny shit. I'm thinking on. I say funny shit. Fuck MCU's Avengers. Avengers, suck it. Suck my nuts. Avengers, assemble on me. Blow me. Avengers. Or die. That'd be funny. If I just held them to a gunfight, making each Avenger just blow me, give me a blowjob, or make them fight, or let that would be funny if someone walk up to each Avengers cast members because they hate their movies and they won't stop them because the cast won't retire. Nope, I won't retire. Making mediocre shit. I'm generally losing my mind. I realize it's most of some morbid stuff on the internet again. Hope you guys found that funny. To everyone watching this in the world. With YouTube connection. I don't approve most of these movies. Shit. Is right. They are. Monkeys. My audience. These movies were made by monkeys. I believe. I do believe monkeys can write movies, screenplay. Why not? James Gunn thinks so. In his Superman movie, I hear. That's a joke. In a plot twist that he uses in a Superman movie. Monkeys on social, making social media. So maybe he believes monkeys can type and write scripts. So maybe his theories on that AI monkeys made these movies makes sense. Is my theory. What the fuck did I just say? I hope that made sense. Metaphor I made of my own. Evening. Goodbye, my audience. My name is Jake Allen Graham. I hope you enjoyed this review. And hit the like, hit the subscribe button, please. Also, feel free to comment below or don't. I don't mind if you don't. Comment below. Goodbye.